what an ending. Couldn't ask for more. The producers have done it again. They've pulled it out of the bag. They've got a bit of excitement. There's a cliffhanger waiting. Who's going to go? Who is going to go? The chances are they could take the easy way out and go for the new couples, Anton and Elma, because there was already a bit of there was already a few words from the saltiness, salt queen that is Anna. Since Sharif's left, she's been expecting Anton to be her knight in shining armour and forcefully make some form of connection that will keep him in the villa together, whether it's as actual couple or as friends. What's the point? What would be the point in him sticking with Anna based on a whole "I've got your back" kind of thing? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. And she should know that as well. He needs to stop saying, "Don't worry, I've got your back," and just say nothing. As they both said, if you do find someone that you are compatible with, then clearly you're going to stick with it. Clearly you're going to go with that, than stick with someone who is just a friend in there. Because as I've mentioned many a time, the show's called Love Island. So you've got to go for your heart. Who else is in trouble? Well, all I know is I bet Joe wishes didn't have that conversation with everyone in the house, or even worse, have that conversation with one person, then that one person goes and tells everybody. Like, not just one. Molly May made a point of telling everyone who was in the kitchen, which was Lucy's best buddy, Tommy Fury, and 3 of the other people in the house, 4 other people in the house. There's like, when you talk about, I don't know if I've got your trust. Well, then maybe you should think about who you speak to when you're talking about the girl that you're with in the house. Because at the moment, you won't have anyone's trust. So, the Lucy and Amy drama, no drama that's over, that's not over, that's quite over, that we think we're over, that's not over, that we thought was over, that may be over, that is finally over, but there's something in the back of her mind that thinks that it's still going on. All I will say about that is that the way that Lucy dealt with it is the way geezers would do with it. Maybe a food fight's the way to go. But as we said, 90% of the girls in this villa are girly girls. Although I don't think it's one of them holding resentment. I think both of them are. And the food fight would have been nice to get it over and done with, but obviously that's not the way that some people work. But as we said, it's the non-drama drama that we thought was over, that's not quite over, that is over, that we're not going to speak about again because it's done, but then there's a little bit left in people's minds. So my final thought on that is, it's not actually over. That's one thing I don't like about this villa. Molly May goes up to Joe and she's giving it, so how do you feel about that? Joe's like, well, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really want to word like that. Doing his best ventriloquist impression. So Joe is back. I'm not going to call him a psycho because that would be unfair. Because at the end of the day, his missus, his best mates, with a geezer that she was thinking about coupling up with and ditching you for. I mean, Luz, I can't say I've not got a problem with it, because I have, and can't lie, it's a bit weird. You and Tommy, you were nearly together, and all I'm going to say is you've got a choice to make. And I don't want to pressure you into something, but I just want to say I couldn't trust you as far as I could throw you. But I don't mean that in a bad way, because like, we've got a great connection. But I don't even want you to look at Tommy ever again. But that's, I mean, I'm not going to stop you from doing anything you don't want to do, obviously, because that wouldn't be me. But I just want you to myself. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, don't shoot the tie at all. Don't look at tie. Don't say words beginning with T. I don't want you to watch Tyson Fury, because there's a connection there. And to be honest, I don't want you to watch boxing again. Ever. But babe, obviously, that's entirely up to you, because I think we've got something good going on. It's juicy, innit? Juicy. I mean, I ain't got a problem with it, but what I'm saying is, I think we're in game. Fucking juicy, Lucy. Just remember that, Luce. And she's right. You can't get her to do things that she doesn't want to do, and you can't get her to change the way she is. If she's a girl that hangs around with guys, you have to trust her that she's not going to do anything with them guys. If you don't, you've got to move on, mate, because that's just her. It's her background, it's the culture she's in, it's their way of living. She hangs around with surfer guys, and the girls that hang around with the surfer guys are kind of like surfer guys as well. So you've got to get with that. Joe's response? I kind of get that, but obviously I don't want to change you, but you've got a choice. Live or die. I mean, I don't even mean that, because that's just juicy. That's not juicy. Is it juicy? Could be juicy. All I'm saying is, it's me or the big guy. And I'm not talking about the one upstairs. Or am I? That'll be juicy. And I know that you're close with all the boys, but maybe it's time you get her closer to the girls. Yeah, get where I'm coming from. Good girl. Good girl. Yep, okay, Joe. I'll do that. Meanwhile, she'll be going off sneaking and talking with Tommy on the sly. It's not what you want, mate. So just fucking deal with it, brother. Just deal with it. Like, she's clearly getting upset by the situation. So you've either got to move on or fucking move on. But what you didn't want to do is you shouldn't have spoken to anyone else about it before you spoke to them, because now you're in a whole heap of shit, because everyone's questioning everything that you were about before. You were the power couple in there, along with Curtis and Amy, and now you are potentially going home, because you spoke with Molly May, and she spoke to everyone about the situation. Now it's all, they're not even close anymore. I was going to say they're not even close anymore. Do you know what? I was going to say in the outside world they're not compatible. So in here, they just got to go. They just have to go. They have to go. Yeah, I mean, me and Anton are number one, and all I know is Joe and Lucy, they're on the rocks. So they've got to go. They've got to go. They've got to go. So, bruv, airing your dirty laundry has potentially got you kicked out of here, brother. I can see a bit of trouble with them two now, because Amy's gonna be on the side saying they're not compatible. Trouble's brewing, and the worst thing is Lucy's in catch-22, because if he now goes and speaks to the girls as Joe wanted, which he suggested before this whole thing, then it's going to make it look like she's just trying to befriend people so that they can believe that the relationship is true. Who do I think will go? Who do I think they'll pick? As long as they can't pick the two that have gone out on dates, which are Maura and Anna, I personally think that Anton and Anton's in trouble. He's in trouble. because people were questioning that before. You had the Salty Queen giving it the old, they're not compatible. I know Anton, I've known him for 7 days. I've known him for nearly 2 weeks now, and they're not compatible. All I will say is he's just a man, and he's thinking with his ding dong, and yeah, right now he should be picking me so we can be friends to the end, rather than picking a girl that he could potentially get on with and go on a date with. Like, he doesn't need that in his life, because on the outside world that will never work. And she's been saying that for ages because she's worried about her own position, and that's got into people's heads, which immediately they will be thinking, Elmer and Anton, see you later, that's the easy pick. The harder pick will be Joe and Lucy, Amber and Mikey, Yewande and Daniel. I don't think they can pick them two because everyone loves Yewande and she's just got with Daniel. So I think they will think it'll be a bit too harsh to push them away. So girls having the ultimate pick in this, with Lucy not being massively on that girl's side, that's where your trouble could be. So we will see. But all I know is it's juicy. It's juicy as fuck at the moment. More in store tomorrow. Maura is gonna give new guys the fuck me eyes, and boy oh boy oh boy, it will work. Maybe she was laying it on a bit too thick, but I find it quite funny actually. Like, it is. It's funny. It's fun. Like, I was creasing up when she was eating that ice pole. All I know is the sales in ice poles have gone up tenfold since tonight's episode. So while she's doing bits for the confectionery industry, Tommy made his decision and went with Molly May. She didn't look too happy. Maybe she's just in shock, holding back the relief. But I just think, like, the girl, you're like, I'm not saying you've got to be like Moira. I'm not saying you've got to spread it on thick, lay it on the line. But what I am saying is show some fucking emotion, man. No wonder the geezer's confused as to whether you like him, because the only time you have told him was when you felt threatened that someone was going to take him from you. If she didn't turn up, where would you be now? Where would you be? I had toothbrushes would have been closer, and we may have moved to the next step. Socks in drawers. You never know. Tommy. I love that boy. Oh, Tommy boy. Like, just show a bit. Not flesh, because you definitely do that. But just show some emotion towards the guy. But do appreciate the bit of class, because I totally understand not wanting to kiss him in that situation, because it would have made it look like as well that you did it because Maura did it, and that's not classy and that ain't you. So I get it, but still you're playing that card too thick. Rein it in and give the geezer a fucking kiss, because it's fucking boring. So as always, I'll see you tomorrow. An exciting episode, I'm sure it will be. Peace out, Love Islanders and Love Islander lovers.